Hey guys, Nick and Sunny from Witzer here. Today we want to show you just how easy it is to set up a project, send it to your client, and manage everything from progress claims to variations.
The best part? You can get your client to make a commitment to the project right away, which means you know all your payments are secured and the whole process only takes a few minutes.
Let's run you through just how easy it is. For the sake of this exercise, I'm going to play the builder and Sunny will play the client. We're going to start right here on the builder's view. This is your dashboard, where you get a quick snapshot of all the jobs you got running. To kick off a new one, just hit this button, Start New Project. It'll take you straight through to the project setup page. Now you can add in the project name and set your expected start and finish dates for the timeline. From there, you've got the project details. This part is totally flexible. You can keep it simple with just top line info or go into as much detail as you like, depending on how you prefer to work. Next up, you can add your client. If they're already in the system, just select them from the drop-down. If not, simply pop in their email address and they'll get an invite to set up their own Witzer account. From there, enter the project address. This is also where you can attach any files you need. For example, a signed contract or any other documents relevant to the build. You can either browse for them on your device or just drag and drop. Everything will be stored in one place, making it super easy to access later. Here, you can break your project into milestones to match your contract payment schedule. If you've got any provisional sum or prime cost items, just follow the same process, but use the drop down to change the heading. For smaller jobs, where you don't need multiple milestones, you can simply enter the total amount as milestone 1. For each milestone, just add a header, a short description of the work, and the amount for that stage of payment. Witzer will automatically calculate the GST for you, so all you need to enter is the base cost. From there, it's easy to fire through and add as many milestones as you need. Here you can see all your milestones listed with their totals. For example, this project comes to $110,000 including GST. You'll also notice a toggle for retention. If you don't need it, simply switch it off. But if you do, Witzer makes it super simple. Retention is safely held in the system until it's ready to be released. Ticking this box means that at each stage, retention will be automatically set aside at 2.5% in line with the legislation, and then released 12 months after the project is complete. This is the beauty of how Witzer works. At the very start, your client makes a commitment to the project, which sits securely in trust. For you as the builder, it means you've always got that commitment sitting ahead of your progress claims. So no matter what happens, you know the funds are there. If any disputes or issues come up, the money remains secure until a resolution has been reached. For your client, it provides peace of mind knowing that their money is safe in trust for the project. You can set the commitment at whatever level works best, although we recommend 100% for maximum security. That way, they're showing they're serious about the project, but they know their funds are protected. It's a win for both sides. However, you can set the commitment at whatever level you both agree on. For the sake of this example, I'll set the commitment at 50%. Here's the complete project summary. Once you're happy, just hit confirm and complete, and that's it. Your project is created and sent to the client. One of the great features we've added in the new Witzer app is the What's Next box. At any point in a project, if you or your client aren't sure of what needs to happen, this box clearly shows who needs to make the next move and what they need to do. There's even a button that takes you straight to the action. And if it's not your move, the button will take you to the chat, so you can follow up with your client and keep things moving.
Now let's flip over to the client view. I've just received a notification that the project's been sent to me, so I can open it straight away. Here's the project page. It looks really clear with all the milestones laid out. If I click on a milestone, I can see more detail about what's included. I can also see the commitment and retention outlined here, and if I'm not familiar with those, I can click on the help icon to get a simple explanation of what they mean. That way I know exactly how it all works. I agree to the terms and hit accept. Now the project's live, but before it can begin, I need to make the commitment. For this project, it's set at 50% of the $110,000 total, so that's a $55,000 commitment. If I already had funds in my Witzer wallet, I could transfer instantly, but in this case, I'm going to use a bank transfer. I just select that option, hit done, and it takes me through to a page with all the transfer details. There are even handy copy buttons so I can paste the info straight into my banking app. No risk of typos when dealing with large sums. Once I've made the transfer, the payment will sit there pending until the funds clear.
Now you can see the commitment has been made and cleared. From the total project funds, half is already committed and showing in the project account, while the other half is still outstanding as the remaining balance to be paid. The next step for me is to make a progress claim. What's important here at this stage of the project is that the commitment itself is not touched. It always stays there until the very end of the project. Any progress claims made along the way will come out of the balance, not the commitment. To make a progress claim, I can either click on the What's Next box or scroll down to Progress Claims and hit Make a Claim. Here are all the milestones we set up earlier, and I can claim against any of them. Witzer is really flexible. I can claim a percentage of a milestone or even claim across multiple milestones in one progress claim, depending on what the project requires. Now, I'm going to put through a claim for 100% of milestone 1 and 50% of milestone 2. That comes to $35,000. I just hit Submit and it shows me a summary. Once this claim is accepted and paid, I'll receive $34,000 with $893 held in retention as set out in the contract. I hit Confirm and the progress claim is sent straight to the client.
Jumping back into the client view. Here's the claim. It's popped up on my screen and I can see exactly what the builder is claiming. And if I want more detail, I can click through to review each item. Everything looks good. Since I don't have my funds sitting in my Witzer wallet, I'll need to make the full payment of $35,750. I just hit approve and it brings up the same payment screen as before. I make the transfer and now the payment is pending while it clears.
Jumping back into the project page, from my side as the builder, I can now see the payment has been made. Looking at the project wheel, the $55,000 commitment from the client is still locked in. They've got a balance of $19,000 remaining, and now $34,856 has been paid. That amount is sitting over here in my Witzer wallet, and with one click, I can transfer it straight to my bank account. Back in the project, let's run through what a variation looks like. Scrolling down, I can click Add New Variation. There are two ways that this can work. A negative variation, where a milestone ends up costing less than expected, or the client has made changes that reduce the budget. Or a positive variation, where extra work has been added that increases the budget. For example, I'll create a negative variation here. Just like with milestones, I add a title and a description, and then an amount. In this case, it's minus $10,000. Now, let's add a positive variation. The client has asked for some additional works done, a new patio. So I'll add the title, the description, and enter $20,000. You can now see both variations displayed, including GST, a minus $11,000 and a plus $22,000, giving a net change of $11,000. Of that, $75,000 will be held in retention. If needed, I can also attach supporting files, like a contract amendment, so everything is stored in one place. Once I hit complete, the variation request is sent to the client for approval, just like we saw earlier with the main project setup.
Flicking back to my view as the client. The great thing about this process is that everything is laid out really clearly. I can see exactly what the variation is, and I have to approve it before it goes ahead. That way, everything is documented and agreed upon, with no room for misunderstandings or disputes. Plus, it saves the builder all of the paperwork. I hit accept and it asks me for $5,500. That's because the variation added an extra $11,000 to the scope. And since we agreed to a 50% commitment at the start, I now need to commit half of that additional amount. Again, I'll use a bank transfer. Just copy the details and make the payment.
Flicking back to my builder view, you can see the project wheel has updated. The project value now is $121,000 and the client's commitment has been increased to $60,500 and the remaining project balance to be paid sits at $20,000. Now let's put in one final progress claim to wrap up the job. I'm going to claim 100% of everything that's still outstanding. You can see that the variation we added earlier now sits just like a new milestone, so I can include it in this claim. If this is approved, I'll be paid the remaining $85,000, with $83,000 coming straight to me and $2,000 held in retention as set out in the contract. I'll hit confirm to submit the claim and send it over to the client.
Now flicking to the client view. Things look a little different here because I've already made a commitment. Even though the builder is claiming $85,000 for the remainder of the job, $60,000 of that has already been committed. So when I look at the claim, the system automatically works it out for me. All I need to pay is the gap of $24,750. I just make that transfer and once it's done, the project moves into retention.
Now looking at it from my side as the builder, the payment has cleared. The project is now in retention. Out of the $121,000 total, I've claimed $117,975, which has gone to my Witzer wallet and can be transferred to my bank account. The remaining $3,000 is being held in retention. As you can see in the What's Next box, that amount will stay there for 12 months in line with the legislation, and the system even shows the exact date and time it will be released. Unless any issues come up, that retention will automatically be paid to me in 12 months' time. Until then, the project will sit in the archive projects and I'll also get a notification as the release date approaches. And that's the Witzer system. As you've seen, it's incredibly easy, intuitive and automated. You can set up projects in minutes, outline progress claims and variations clearly for your client, and know that every step is transparent.
Your clients feel confident because their money is safe in trust, and you have the certainty that you'll be paid for your work.
It's a powerful all-in-one system built to make projects smoother for both sides. If you'd like to see how Witzer could help your business, reach out. We'd love to show you how easy it is to get started.